Well, the Bulls were back in action after a week off Saturday at Alumni Arena, not facing a MAC opponent, but facing the Manhattan Jaspers out of the other MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, in the Ramada Worldwide ESPN Bracket Buster matchup. The Bulls, winners of 3 in a row, Manhattan had won 4 out of 5 coming into the game Saturday afternoon. Skeet now dribbling up the court against Alvarado, throws it forecourt right to Regan, hands it right back to Skeet, dribbles down the paint, wraps it around to an open Nueriak on the right wing, and Orem drills a three-pointer. The Bulls scored the first 7 points of the game and wound up shooting 67% from the floor in the first half, although they were hampered by 16 turnovers before the break. And though UB led by as much as 10 at one point in the first half, 34-24, they took just a 3-point lead into the locker room, 36-33. Manhattan took an early lead in the second half and wound up not giving up that lead in the end. Tony Watson's 7th three-pointer of the game late cut the Manhattan lead to just 1 at 65-64. But the Bulls on their final possession couldn't get the score, and Manhattan wound up trimming the Bulls by that margin.
They played harder after a while, and we didn't have enough people on the floor that were laying it all out, playing an assertive game. We had too many guys on the floor that were playing timid, and when you get that, you're running the risk of losing.
8 seconds to go in the game. Skeet hands off Watson, head of the circle. Tony gets bumped, no call. Skeet on the right has to force up a runner, hits the front rim, no good, and Manhattan wins it by a point.
I told the guys, in that situation, you want to drive the ball to the basket. You don't want to try to clear space when you're down a point to try to get off a three. When, just get the ball to the basket. At least we get a shot off there. If we've broken them down with penetration, we got a chance to get an offensive rebound. But if you're going to settle for a jump shot in that situation, it's all or nothing, and that was the problem.
The Bulls were led by Tony Watson's 24 points. As for the third straight game, Watson went nuts from beyond the arc. Watson hitting 7 out of 10 three-pointers in the game. And now over the last 3 games, Watson 19 of 28 from three-point land. Javon McCray added his 9th double-double of the season, scoring 15 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. And Jaren Skeet with 11 points and a new career-high 10 assists. But the Bulls wind up losing the game by the final of 65-64. Manhattan improves to 11-16. They've now won 5 of their last 6 games. And the Bulls' 3-game win streak is history. UB now also 11-16 and still 6-6 in conference play.
I think we got to now get back to it. We're in our conference now. We got to get back to that, get back to practice, and see what we can do.
Next up for the Bulls at home, they'll be taking on the Akron Zips Saturday at 6 o'clock at Alumni Arena. It's Legends of the Hardwood Night at Alumni, as UB legend Sam Pelham will have his number 50 hung in the rafters at Alumni Arena. Again, the final from Saturday at UB, the Bulls fall to Manhattan 65-64. Next up, the Akron Zips Saturday at Alumni.